Okay, so I want to start off by showing you my Hoya linearis. She's so long and pretty, but look at all of the flowers that she has. So I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're so pretty. So we'll just start. I'm just going to kind of blast through these. My Crystal Pap is putting out a new leaf. This is the Golden Sunrise, has a new leaf coming, but it looks like it split off and it has another leaf that's having trouble coming out. Look at the new leaf on this one. Silver Blush Wonder Boy. So pretty. So beautiful, love that one. And then we're down to my Hoyas. Okay, so this Hoya has only had 2 leaves for nearly a year and it finally put something out, so that's exciting. And I'm just gonna kind of pan. I did notice that my Thomsonii put out a bunch of peduncles. So crawling up here, I have my Wilbur Graves, the splashy one, but this fuzzy one is the Thomsonii. And see, like there's a peduncle right there, a peduncle there, another one right here, right there. Down here, my White Monster is putting out a new leaf. Oh my gosh, I just want to take a peek. Oh my gosh. You see that? Wow, so exciting. Some Nepenthes propagations. This Anthurium is putting out this new leaf. And that's it for this shelf. Moving on to the alocasias. My Ninja is always looking gorgeous. My Watsoniana. Whoop, let's get back. Just perfect. I love this alocasia. Okay, Alba variegated dragon scale. Doesn't have any alba leaves on it right now though. Look how weird this one's shaped. It has 2 new leaves. It pupped and I went ahead and let it do that. Fridax fine. Variegated black stem is really pretty. This is my Aura Musa. So I got the Aurea, so it's not the white variegation, it's like yellow. And it's a tissue culture, and now it's out here in Lechuza. It seemed to have grown a new growth point at the top. It's looking really healthy. I don't remember what alocasias I put in here, but there's something totally variegated. I forgot to water my Splendid. Moving on. My Bessier F is putting out a new leaf. Look at how pretty that is. My Crystal Michelle, its new leaf. My Regale, it looks like it wants to push out a new leaf, like it's growing something. Doriaki has a new leaf. There. Carla Blackier, Red Crystal Carla. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And it's still soft, so it's getting bigger. That was the biggest Carla leaf I ever had, and this one might even rival it. So this happened about at the stage of this leaf, but this leaf's not developing that, which is very, very exciting. It's still kind of wiggly, so I can't even get the whole leaf in the frame. The Forgetii is doing weird things, but I think it's just from rubbing on other leaves. Pallidiflorum. So this is the third time a leaf has turned completely yellow, but looks perfect. So I know it's not pests. I really think that it needs a bigger pot. Like it just can't support this many leaves. This is so long. Beautiful. Okay, here is a backside view for scale. This is a Maglux hybrid. And oh my God, I just love when the leaves are this soft because it just means they're getting bigger and bigger. Look at that. The Hoya Curtii, just hanging out. Okay, so I recently repotted all of my Nepenthes. I just put them in a little bit bigger pot and kept them in sphagnum. I just don't have cups or bowls for the runoff to stay in, so they're just in Ziploc baggies for now. But got that new one coming. So pretty. So pretty. I combined my two Nepenthes calices. So they are both in there. Actually, there's another Nepenthes calisi. The Lady Luck is looking so good. New leaf coming right there. And there's actually a second plant trying to grow in there too. So that's pretty exciting. And then this was my Black Miracle. It has a new one coming. This old one, oh, you're not gonna be able to see, but it's like metallic. I've let it stay on because it's kind of cool. But here it is right here. And it also has a baby plant growing on the top as well. Down here, you'll see my Begonia Mars Rising. See the little pink hairs on it? My air plant that has pupped off a baby on the side, which is really cute. Some carnivorous plants. Look at the flower, it's purple. Well, you can't see, but these are some of my carnivorous plants. Can you see that? Oh, whatever. Isn't it so cute? I just love my pingdom. Okay, so out here you will see my Sarracenias. They are coming out of dormancy. And the first thing they do is usually put out this flower that prevents the pollinators from falling into their pitchers. So that's what they do first after coming out of dormancy. But I do have a new pitcher coming here. This one, I don't think that one's started yet, but this one also has one. It looks so cool. And then this one is coming out of dormancy. I chopped all of its head off except this one, but I do have this new pitcher coming. And that one also looks good. That is another Sarracenia. I just have it over here. It hasn't flowered yet, but it doesn't look dead. It still looks like there's a lot of live tissue. New growth happening right there, which is great. Oh, I missed the flowers. This was flowering really pretty and bright, bright yellow. Look at how hot pink this is. Okay, now on the front porch, I have these 4 Hoyas. Look how pretty the Lisa Australis is. These are good. And these are super hot pink. They're just not done developing, but yeah, these are gonna flower too. It's really pretty. I'll put some pictures on the screen of these flowers. I took a whole bunch of my fishbone cactus. Let's see here. Still doing good. I have all my mounted staghorn ferns and then my orchids. I recently got a bunch of new plugs. I don't have the names memorized, but I do have, well, I've had this one, but I have the names written on it. So this one is the Ankh Kano Kiliano Karma, I guess. There's that one. So I don't think this one's doing so great, but it does have a baby coming. My air plant is developing some roots. That's kind of fun. Let me show you the name of that one. Yeah. Oh, and this one. And my new Nepenthes Alto, I found this for only $30 at my local plant store. And there's 3 plants in there. It didn't look like it was in the best of shape, but it's a well-established plant pushing out new pictures. So I couldn't pass up. It's pushing out new pictures on all of the leaves at the top. So I loved it. And after I watered it with my distilled water, I checked the EC and it was only 30. So I know they didn't like repot it in soil or do anything like that. Oh, here's another one of my, oh my gosh, what is it called? Cosmo? I forgot. Pretty bromeliad. I'm absolutely obsessed with my Venus flytraps. And my corkscrew rush, it's so cute. My onion, he's also kind of weird. Okay, back over here, I have this orchid. She's so beautiful. I have 4 flower spikes on her. This is the 4th one. It's really tiny, but it counts. And there she is. This orchid is about to bloom. It's the big white swan phalaenopsis. Her last leaf came out really tiny, but she's blooming, so whatever. The rat tail cactus. I took this out of my anthurium cabinet. It's my Tolumnia Jacquard Rainbow hybrid. Let me get the... Isn't she so pretty and healthy looking? The roots are still green. I took it off of wood finally. I've been saying I was gonna do it for so long. I literally took the fishing string and a sewing needle and sewed it through its moss pole, a moss ball. It's holding, but we've also had 17 to 20-mile-an-hour winds. I'm genuinely scared. The only thing that holds it up from the front is this, and this isn't even, this has no tension. So it seems to be working. And then this orchid is another Vanda. Sorry, my fern leaf cactus that grew really long, and I don't know, I think it's so pretty. It's cool. Some mistletoe cactus, Rhipsalis, whatever. My monkey tail cactus. Putting out 2 new pieces. I have 2 more jars in my plant room of this. I just had to take this one outside because it's actually putting out leaves, and it was touching the plastic wrap over the top. So, yep, this is out here. These are my caladiums. I don't remember which one's which, but I did store them separately. So I have built these little dividers. So I put one of each divided up, and the other 2 containers, I did the same thing with. There's just like random alocasia corms I stuck in there. That big beast is fine. And then this is doing good too. So I did plant some Dieffenbachia in the ground just to see how it would do. We'll see. I don't know. This fern, staghorn fern, is doing good. Along with that fern, and then the Peperomia Hope. Pretty sure the variegation is not only at the bottom of the leaf. Yeah, you can see a little bit right there, like right here, and just a little bit on the tip. I still have to scoot this whole thing back, but my gigas is doing so good. Look at how beautiful this is. It's just so pretty. I got a new leaf coming right there. My Pink Princess is doing weird things. I don't know. It keeps getting this caught in the caterpillar business. So, whatever. But that's supposed to be like in the corner. Okay, so now in here, I actually already went and turned off my fan so it wouldn't be as loud. Okay, so let's start with my flowering air plant. Isn't that absolutely crazy? It's just so bright. I think it was even brighter before, but yeah, she's so pretty. My Ficus villosa. Just climbing wildly up. My second Anthurium worquianum, who this entire cabinet is for this plant. That's it. This is the only plant that really needs to be in here and is willing, I'm willing to maintain a cabinet for. Here's another one of her leaves. She's the dark and narrow form. But yeah. So beautiful. This Anthurium finally put out 2 new leaves. Look at that. And when this matures, it'll have like 5 of those, like protruding out like fingers. It like develops more lobes, I suppose. Begonia amphioxus with a solid white leaf. Gorgeous. A really pretty specimen, actually. This is my pink bambino. Unfortunately, the last 2 leaves have been solid pink. Kind of scares me a little bit, but it's just so pretty, the pattern. This has also been 3 white leaves in a row on this Alba variegated dragon scale. This is the same plant. Look at its roots climbing up the wall. Alocasias aren't supposed to do that, excuse me. This is also a Alba variegated dragon scale. This is my favorite leaf I've ever grown. That sectoral variegation. Look at that. It's so freaking beautiful. It's so beautiful. So anyway, it lives right there. Another Drosera. 4 different Nepenthes. These are babies, and these are actually new growth of my propagation, so that's very exciting. That means they're alive and actively growing. Can't remember what this was. Oh yeah, this was a pink poly also, but it's not very pink. It's like Polaroid. It came out really light and then darkened. That's right, that's what the leaves used to look like right there. Definitely not the same, but there's a difference between the poly and the bambino. That begonia, Watsoniana, and then the rest of these carnivorous plants. Aren't they so wild? Another Nepenthes. Oh, my pink clovers. More Nepenthes. And a cutting of Ficus villosa that I plan on selling. So that is the Cadmus. So in here I have all my little alocasia corms. My Longaloba purple has not died. Haven't given up hope. That's all there is in there. Y'all are familiar with my giant table of Micans that just grows outrageously. And here I also have my Hoya lacinosa. It flowers all the time, and these flowers smell so nice. They smell like laundry detergent, and it's constantly flowering. Perfect for a bathroom. There's some Maranta. Okay, this guy. Check it out. So it gave me this solid white leaf with tons of fenestrations, and then another solid white leaf with tons of fenestrations. So I think I'm gonna eventually have to cut that, which is kind of a bummer, but I did get this leaf with quite a bit of green, so that's promising. Okay, so in here I have my propagated anthurium. I'm waiting for this to root up. It looks so pretty. You know what? I'm gonna try this with the pink light only. That's a little more natural. That's the base of it rooting up. These are the rest of my caladiums I was mentioning. You can see they're not quite up to the top, these species. Actually, that one has a new leaf coming. I don't think there's much of a change over here. Look at that UPI hanging in. Let me just put the light back on. Look at how fun this shape is on this alocasia. It's Alocasia Jacqueline, but its fingers are so weird. And its texture, like, you see that? It's just so silvery and pretty. Just entrancing. Okay. Okay, that wraps it up for this area. So starting on the porch, I'll make this quick. I don't think there's a lot of updates. Everything out here has seemed to be just fine, going down to 50 degrees at night. It's even giving me new leaves on my crystallinum. Oh my gosh, there's even more back here, like this one and that one. I think I saw growth points a couple days ago on my Monstera albo. Why is that scooted really far back? The billy doesn't usually twist up under there. The winds must have blown it. This Tycon and both of those albos are actually like rooted in the ground. So I think this spring I'm just gonna let them go right up along with that billy. Okay, I'm gonna try to make this quick. Almost everything here is going to be planted on the tree over there, and this is going to become my alocasia section again, so none of these bricks are staying. Bunch of rehab areas. My Calicacia limeade is coming back to life for spring. Look how pretty. So I get eventually these leaves, but larger than any leaf I've ever grown. This is also just a propagation section where I'm letting things do whatever they want. This is a Milano chrysum. I'm just not invested, nor do I care. If it wants to live out here, it totally can. Look at how cute these aglaonemias are. So cute. Hoya gracilis is doing fine as always. I did notice that there were a bunch of new leaves on my Plupa Cakes Hawaiian here. Got a bunch of new leaves coming on those vines. I got a solid white vine coming on my Hoya Crimson Queen. She's cute. I really thought this Brazil was gonna toast up here, but it's been doing totally fine. So cool. That's Monstera deliciosa. It's ridiculous. Like, so other than my Ficus shiveriana and my Taneki, I have my lemon tree. Well, I beheaded it. I noticed there were a lot of citrus worms in the leaves. And since doing that, I have a bunch of new growth points. It's so exciting. Look at all of the growth points. all the way down the stem. And all the dead contaminated leaves I got rid of. Actually, leaves that looked like this. Shit. Okay, well, cut that one off. But anyway, I think I might actually get lemons for the first time. Isn't that so exciting? More growth points, more flowers. There's flowers on those stems, there's flowers on this stem. And it's just all new growth points. So, yeah, that's my lemon tree. So fun. My extra big monstera, I gave up. I just laid it on the ground. I took its pot away. I laid it on the ground. Actually, I nailed it up to the tree so you can actually see the roots are grabbing the tree. So hopefully it'll just climb this tree and be happy there. And I just put some canna lilies in front to kind of block this Anthurium zibellinum. Or no, I'm sorry, that's a Monstera sampinata that's climbing up. And then there's an Albo variegated Epipermanum pinatum under there. Over here for spring, I had potted these up so nicely, but the squirrels came and like dug holes and pulled all my roots out, like so rude. That's an Adansonii. This one, the only leaf that lasted after the freeze, is putting on a new leaf. I potted up some of these and they're like dried up because look, the roots are basically just like totally out of the ground now. Like those squirrels are such jerks. I put some neon pothos here. Wait, that's not, yeah, that's pothos. Some splendid, or Melanochrysum splendid, another one of these. So, actually, I think there's even a Jose Bono, or Philodendron Paraiso Verde. And then, of course, the mother that was down here is putting out new leaves. My Ficus lorata is huge. No more bringing her inside. So I forgot to mention, I actually cut the head off of this. It used to just be one stalk and it split up like there. But I knew that when these leaves died, that would be exposed and it's so ugly. So I thought, let's make it interesting. Let's cut it again. And maybe I can get 2 growth points coming out. I see one coming right there. I'm hoping I get more than 1 growth point. I think that would be really cool. So we'll see. I don't intend on keeping the bases, but they are right here. Here's my fernleaf cactus. Bunch of new growth on the top. My rickrack cactus also has a bunch of new growth on the top. And that's everything for now. It's still early March, but you can still feel the shift into spring with the new growth and the blooms. It feels like the first real signs of the seasons changing. Thank you so much for being here and coming along on my plant tour. Bye.